It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It is time for another edition of the Greg Cherry Show. Greg Cherry alongside maybe future two-time Jack of all trades champion Jeff Meacham.
We'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll find out tomorrow. We'll talk about that a little more as the show goes on. But I did want to say that right at the top of the show, I was going to promote that we have this going on. We have the Spintacular. Our June goal is $150 total in donations during the course of this. And I accept them during Jack of all trades too. I won't do spins necessarily, but if you get a few people to donate a couple bucks, we might hit that goal and we might get the Spintacular on the 7th. So
that's right.
We will see. But we are a step closer today.
Because of course we are before the show.
We are a step closer because the lovely and talented Brett Storm donated. So we're going to get us a wheel spin right off the bat.
Yes.
You love to see it.
Absolutely. They get the most.
And of course I've added another incentive to the show.
Yes.
To the wheel. And as you see, as it passes right there, the Jack of all trades contestant, like that is a spot on the wheel for $10. You can be a future contestant on Jack of all trades. I will say this. If somebody hits that spot, the earliest I'll likely get you in is the August episode.
Right.
Because I have plans for July.
So tomorrow's
I have some pretty big plans for July. Not going to talk about them yet, but I think it's going to be a very special episode. So, obviously, the title shot's on there. To tell the truth, karaoke entrance, the jumping jacks and the squats, all the lovely stuff. The Jack of all trades contestant is a brand new addition to the wheel.
It is. Dig it.
If you want the long way to the title, you can get that. I do want to say, with Spinner's Choice, I'm also going to say that Jack of all trades contestant is not something you can select with Spinner's Choice.
Oh.
Which I understand limits it a little bit, but getting the title shots, getting the opportunities, you need to land on those specific spots. I think that's only fair.
Remember, Jack of all trades has the same type of gateway as does the 10 pounds of gold. You know, you defend that enough times, you can go ahead and cash in against this guy. So, you know.
It's basically the X Division title.
Yeah, option C, baby.
And that's exactly what could happen. Now, Brett, could you get a title shot right here tonight? Could you be a future Jack of all trades contestant? We will see. He's been on Jack of all trades before.
He's done both with great momentum and vigor. So we'll see.
Yes. Here we go. Here goes. It is going to land on, looks like entrance. That's exactly what it is.
Okay. All right. We'll start.
It gets ever so close to the title shot. It's like it's teasing him.
Yes. It always does that to poor Brett.
What an entrance. Right off the top of the.
Yes. Well, Brett, the name Neidhart haunts a lot of us. Those of us that, that were fans of the foundation, those of us that can't afford OnlyFans, it haunts us all, Brett. It haunts us all.
Are you talking about Jenny?
Maybe.
I've never even looked. I can't even imagine how much that costs.
I don't know how much it costs because, like I said, that's beyond financial irresponsibility on another level. But, it was brought up on social media by Rhonda as far as her and Natty, basically appearing in the same amount of next to nothing on YouTube. It's like, why are we paying, how much friggin' money for the OnlyFans then? So.
I don't know. Well, I'm sure Natty wouldn't be able to do that. Jenny is kind of, free will. She would.
Well, she is, but if you actually visit the Neidhart Sisters YouTube channel, it's like, what is left? Seriously. Because I have it on authority from people that do subscribe that Jenny does not appear full blown, everything all together out there. So I don't see how much further they can go without actually doing that if the YouTube channels are any indication. Anyway, let's get it back to actually decent, with Brett picking the words, it's just really decent topic, but
he wants me to get a workout right at the top of the show. That's fine.
Well, the thing is, we have to get you face paint, tassels, and a winged eagle.
Hey, I'm good with the winged eagle.
Yes, this is very true. Gotta get that purple strap. Actually, no, the purple was bad luck.
He lost it with the purple strap.
I was gonna say, yeah. Purple's bad luck for everybody but JJ, it seems.
I mean, I'm sure Jen would be happy with the purple strap because that's her favorite color.
There you go. Another thing the cherries and JJ have in common, that's been JJ's favorite color as long as I've known him.
Well, mine is green, so.
Which is why I go heavy on the green when I promote your stuff. So.
All right, so here we go. Gonna put this out there.
See if I can find my winged eagle just for the hell of it on this.
Also, I do want to say, if you want to see me do like very small snippets of entrances, go check out my TikTok.
Yes.
My one video has almost 25,000 views.
Jesus Christ, really? Wow, that's awesome. But people keep telling me I should use TikTok for my Disney stream. It's like, I don't even know how to use that thing.
I'm going to say this. Like, if I get to the point where I get 1,000 followers, which I'm creeping up slowly, I might be able to go live on TikTok for the Greg Cherry Show also. So
there you go.
So that is an ultimate goal, really.
That'd be cool. Be different.
And speaking of ultimate, here we go.
Ultimate! Oh, cut off. Oh, this is the greatest show ever. I love this show.
I'm exhausted.
Ultimate Warrior! You will not lose. Macho King will not go down in defeat to you, Ultimate Warrior. Yeah! Okay, I'm good now. 31 years I've been waiting to do that promo. Anyway.
Huh.
Hey, he's in a limited space. He doesn't have a freaking 20,000 seat arena to work with and run down
This
the
is like
aisle.
a 10 by 10 foot room. Like, this is smaller than a ring. What do you want from me?
Seriously. There's not even enough room in that office to put an actual ring in to shake the ropes, dude. Cut him some slack. Oh, my goodness. That's tremendous. Oh, Lord. Okay. I love this show. Anyway. Oh.
Thank you, Brett, for the donation.
Yes, we always appreciate the donations. Don't get us wrong.
So we are now, we're a little bit closer.
Yeah, there you go.
About 40% of the way to the goal.
That's right.
There's still time.
There is time. 1 week to go, but there is time.
Yep, there's today's show, there's tomorrow's show, and there's next week's show.
Yes.
We can still get there. Tell your friends if they want shots at the title. Tell them if they want to see me do really goofy stuff. Tell them. Yeah. Spread the word about the show. All right. So let's talk about Jack of all trades tomorrow, shall we?
Yes, I'm here for it.
All right. Tomorrow's episode.
Woo-woo!
As you can see on the screen right there, Alex McCarthy of Monday Night Live over at Inside the Ropes.
Yes.
Of course, the man who is second, former Jack of all trades champion Jeff Meacham.
Yes.
We're bringing back Sat Iniangi. I love Sat. He's such an awesome dude.
Was his last time I was on too?
Yes.
Oh, geez. Okay, I'm dead.
And of course, Matty Laws, the defending champion, who he almost lost last time.
He did.
Like to say he escaped might be kind.
Yeah.
Because down at the last round when it was tied between Cher and Nico, it could have gone any way. It really could have.
I snuck in there.
He did.
Definitely one of the favorites of the 10 episodes so far. Last time, good stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Last episode was fantastic.
Yes. But I'd be part of the franchise in every way I can. I know I very boisterously announced my retirement from the actual trivia challenge just because I'm tired of getting my ass whooped. But it's what it is. It's I was more. It's so silly looking back. Not silly, but it's interesting to me looking back now at the 5 years of WTC, the brand as a whole. My proudest moment was the victory party, getting you the belt, and having Sarah introduce Jen, and just that for me was better than any title defense I had. It was so awesome.
We should have done one for 1,500, but I already passed that.
Why do I have so much money, Gregory?
Okay, for 2,000 then, if I make it.
2,000 we can do. 2,000 we can do.
But yeah, Jack of all trades tomorrow is going to be good. I'm introducing a brand new round. I know that for a fact. It's one of the rounds I chose. It is more trivia based than some other rounds, so you might do okay. But it's going to be challenging.
Yes. Yeah, the only ones I really have an issue with, and I've gotten better on one of them. The 8-bit one got me at first. I've gotten better with that one.
Yeah.
The one I will never, ever be able to interpret properly is when you're doing the hand motions. I will never understand that round. And I'm not saying it's, like I said, that people seem to dig that round. I'm sitting there just going, yeah, it's a 0 for me. Let's just go ahead and get some work done.
The thing is, if Brett ever goes on Jack of all trades, I can't do that round because he does that too.
I know.
Like, I swear, Brett is me, like, 13 years younger.
I was gonna say, yeah. Brett is you. God, if he had been around in, 06, 07, 08, he'd have been the British Greg Cherry following our exploits on the regular. Which is scary also for me that I just said, 06, 07, the fact that the anniversary is coming up way too quickly for Talk Wrestling. God.
I mean, that's next month.
Yeah, it's only a few Sundays away, and it hit me today when I was making I'm putting together a Disney my usual Meech's monthly Disney Fix stream. I usually do it on Friday nights, but I'm doing it on Sunday this coming month because I'm going to be at Disneyland on Disneyland's birthday. It occurred to me in making the promos for that it's on July 17th, and my anniversary is the day before. So I'm going to be, all with the hype of doing Talk Wrestling's big anniversary milestone, and then I'm going to be at Disneyland the next day, and California Adventure, both parks, with my dad and my son. So Mondays, Ask the Dads on the 18th will probably be me just, don't mind me, I'm dead.
At least you'll have time to wind down for the show on Wednesday.
Right. Well, definitely more time than I had the last time I went because I came home the next morning because I had to take transit by myself. So I was so how I did Talk Wrestling that night. The next day I'll never know with any coherency whatsoever. I'll never understand how I pulled that off.
Yeah. I will say this: tomorrow's episode of Jack of all trades is going to be good.
Yes.
Next month's Jack of all trades. I'm not going to give away too much information, but I will say next month we are guaranteed to crown new champions.
Okay.
That's all I'll say. So stay tuned for that. More information to come. All right, let's get into what do you want to talk about wrestling wise? I mean, we all know the news with Vince. I mean, that broke last Wednesday.
Yeah. Thank God it's kind of been all quiet on the Western Front here the last week.
Yeah. Well, not Vince. He keeps showing up to TV.
Well, that's his own dumbass. And again, we're not going to hammer it home too bad here because he's doing it to his own self, apparently. But if I'm him, I am avoiding doing what he's doing. I don't want to go out on TV and again, I got very quite frankly, I got pissed off yesterday during Talk Wrestling. It's like, we bitch about things not changing. We bitch about things not, being better. We are the catalysts of change. If we don't want things to go the way they go, stop buying the merch. Stop watching the shows. Stop buying the network subscriptions. If you want, and I kind of went into your favorite topic in the political side of things. If you want gun control, I don't know, have a background check for everybody. If you want, things to change, you have to actually stop voting for the dipshits that aren't going to change anything. It just kind of went off. I kept it contained to only the first half of the show. I was proud of myself. But it's like, people want all this change. You have to be the advocacy. The thing is, if you want the change, it has to be a universal want.
Yeah, it can't be a one-sided, hey, I'm not willing to compromise type thing.
No.
Like you have to, be able to see that maybe your side could be part of the problem.
Yeah, I'll never forget, and it's an oft-used phrase throughout history, but I remember John saying to Teddy Long before WrestleMania 21, if you're not part of the solution, then you part of the problem. F you. It's really that simple. You guys want Vince to stop going out there and acting like an overgrown jackass and thinking he got away with something. Don't watch his shows anymore. Don't buy his merch. Don't. And again, I said that yesterday while also admitting myself, Aaron, we don't have the luxury of doing that because that's what we do. We cover his crap for a living. So it's like, I can't just turn it off. Nah. Like, no, then I have nothing to do for 3 days of the week. Doesn't help me. But there are other ways to, promote that change. I don't have to buy his merchandise. I don't have to, renew the subscription if I really don't want to. There are ways to watch the pay-per-views that I actually, be subscribed to the network because thanks to people that are more criminal than me. Just saying. There are ways around it. It's just, and again, I don't have to watch the TV shows really on my own television stream. Really. So I don't have to contribute ratings points. But again, not everybody's going to want to sit there and hassle with it. So I'm throwing shit at the wall and it's just kind of sitting there going, yep, there it goes, creeping down the wall. Because it's never really going to get any better until either he is forced to answer for whatever he's actually done. And again, people bringing up, there was a scandal with steroids. You know what? He didn't do what he was accused of doing 30 years ago. He did not distribute the steroids to the talent. And that's what they brought him up for. And he did not do that. So it wasn't, he got away with it. He didn't do anything. So that wasn't it. If they were going to run him up the river for being a distributor, they would have convicted an innocent man for that particular charge.
Yeah.
So, whatever this turns out to be, however this plays out, so I think it was Josh, or it may have been Josh, it may have been John Millard in the chat room yesterday. There was a great point. Whatever goes on right now, we need to rally behind Stephanie McMahon as fans. Because she was taking that break. She was out of there. And this committee went, we need somebody to run the company while we investigate the old man. And the committee appointed Stephanie. Now, no, she didn't have to accept, I grant you. But imagine the stock fallout alone if there's not a McMahon in that big chair. Boom, down they go. Instantly. Instantly, stocks plummet. So, had to do something.
And you know what? I'm interested. Like a few years ago, maybe even like a decade ago, I was not ready for a Stephanie McMahon-led WWE.
Right?
Now, make it happen as soon as possible.
Yeah, I think the stank of the $1 billion princess bullshit has come off of her dramatically. And the whole authority thing played out. It was what it was. You very rarely see Stephanie as a character anymore, and I think that's definitely helped her perception to the fandom and to the business world.
Yeah.
Because as chief brand officer, she was gangbuster. She did a great job in that role. And she's been off TV quite a bit during that time. So I think that will only help her. Again, Hunter will always be Triple H, the freaking reign of terror, the degenerate. Him running the company is not impossible at this point, but it seems a little far off. Stephanie, I can accept very easily.
See, Stephanie, I can see running the actual business side of things.
There you go.
And then Triple H will take care of the booking and the actual
the creative
TV show part. Yeah.
So Stephanie in business, Hunter in creative. Boom.
Yeah. And quite frankly, if the reports are true that Stephanie does not get along with Kevin Dunn, there is a God.
Bonus points. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Because
we
can't take the 75 camera cuts in 22 seconds. It's like a monkey's back there just pressing buttons.
Right.
And seeing what happens. It's like stop. We have to be able to focus on something.
Right. Yeah. We don't need to watch the Warriors entrance for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Seriously. And think of it this way. Johnny Ace has been put on administrative leave. So now apparently they've got Pritchard running talent relations. I am 100% okay with Stephanie running business, Triple H running creative, and Bruce handling talent relations. He's done great in that role before along with JR. I am 100% okay with that trio at the head of the pyramid, if you will. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, Laurinaitis needs to get the hell out of there.
He should have been gone years ago and not been, left on retainer, whatever the hell they call that.
How he even came back to that position is beyond me. I don't I feel like the women's revolution, the women's wrestling side of thing, it declined as soon as he came back.
Yep, agreed.
Because he does not respect women, and that is way more obvious now than it ever was.
Yeah, and again, I've not met anybody on the female side of that chain, so forgive me for ignorance. I am wondering how Mama Bella and the twins are dealing with this, because if I'm Mama Bella and I got diagnosed and recovered from cancer during this process, and I find out that asshole who I freaking married, and put as a member of my extended family, stepped out on me while I was sick, instant removal of equipment, shall we say, for me, if I'm her. Nope, done. He's such a prick anyway. You and I both know that from a decade ago, how much of a douchebag he really is. Yeah. So he still was there. I'm glad he's gone, hopefully for good. We'll see how this administrative leave, how long that lasts, but he needs to be gone. And again, it's so hard because I don't know Vince. I've met him twice. I don't know the person, but we've all screamed for years about the creative side taking a different direction. Maybe this is the time where he can objectively take a step back and go, okay, yeah, you guys go for it. We can hope, right?
Yeah. But at this point, Vince himself, he's 77. He doesn't give a shit about it.
Nope.
It's like, what do you got to do? I'm 77 and I'm rich. You're not going to do shit.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is, he might be right.
He is without a doubt right if he's thinking that. And the thing is, what are you going to do? Sue him and take his money? Okay. Yeah, how much of it do you want?
Yeah, Vince is not. I don't like to use the word untouchable because that's, well, after the accusations, very inaccurate. But he, as far as his status, nobody's going to do anything.
No.
Nobody's going to do anything.
And the thing is, it's written into the makeup of his situation with the company. He is legitimately untouchable as far as being able to be voted out. So, he has to be the one to take the step back. Yes, Curtis, we do see you. I don't know if you're making a Cena joke, but we can see you. Daniel, we did see your question. We'll definitely get to it in the Q&A portion of the show. Yeah. He's completely unvote outable. So I don't know what all we can say.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what else we can say about that situation.
Again, I botched there. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
It's time to shake things up again. Okay, well, do it, Vince, and step back.
But I mean, if politics shows us anything, like if you're old and you got a lot of money, nobody can do anything to you.
Well, we'll see how that lays out because there's more and more every. Trust me, I know there's more and more every day because my freaking stories keep getting interrupted. It's like Mucker Futhers, you have a news channel, use it.
They have They have like 75 news channels.
Seriously, you can't tell me with as much reach as Viacom, CBS / Paramount has, and how many different outlets they have that they have to run, coverage of those stupid hearings between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. You don't have to. I promise.
Yeah, we want to watch our prices right. Damn it.
Yeah, thank you. Even if it is Drew Carey, I want to watch Let's Make a Deal. I want to watch Prices Right. I want to watch my stories.
Exactly.
Damn it. And for people that on the East Coast, man, if the East Coast stuff gets interrupted, we get screwed out here anyway. It's like, run a rerun for the West Coasters. Like, we didn't have to sit through that crap this morning. Why should we have to suffer and watch a rerun?
Yeah.
Bullshit. Oh, anyway.
Yeah.
That was a weird direction that took. That's okay.
Since we're also talking about terrible people, fuck Brad Shepard.
Yes. Absolutely.
And I made this joke in a tweet. It's like, if the guy who jerked off in front of his neighbor for 10 minutes and waited for the police to come says that you're a bad person, maybe take his advice.
Right.
Because, like he's messed up in the head too.
We thinks he knows bad people.
Yeah.
Oh, Hassan, good to see you in the chat room, sir.
It is and that's probably more publicity than he'll ever get from this show because fuck
right. Hey, you know what? At least he didn't get a F shirt like the other guy did.
I mean, they used to employ him.
Oh, I know.
Anyway.
This is going to sound funny coming from the guy that worked for NerdQ for all those years, and we were such a bad rep for so long. The amount of freaking cloudy garbage in the incestual pool that is the people that run internet wrestling websites, oofa, it's so bad. Oh, those people are awful people, awful people.
I mean, Fightful's good people, but
Fightful's great people. I am so sick and tired of people shitting on Sean and Denise and everybody. They just get over it, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, Fightful has a strong crew. Like
yes.
they've got really good stuff going on.
Yeah, and they only ever bite when they're biting back at complete and utter unavoidable D-bags.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you just got to take a stand for yourself. Like, you know what? Fuck you back. Like, seriously.
Yeah. And so, I don't understand, like, all the hatred that they get. It's like,
I don't either.
Sean, when it comes to wrestling news, he breaks accurate information. He does. And people trust him.
Yep.
I mean, Cody Rhodes name dropped him when talking about, hey, that his contract in AEW was up and that he might be, I mean, the WWE speculation was not like super high, but the AEW contract being up thing was true.
Rampant. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, Sean broke that story. And like Steven Jensen, we both get along with him. I
love Steve. Yeah, great. Yeah, absolutely.
And like you said, Denise, and they've just got a great crew of people over at Fightful. So,
yeah. The fact that there's actively, I mean, and again, I don't know how much of it is the Twitter feed, kayfabe and or whatever, but there's active, discord between the StarCast Twitter feed and Sean saying he's going to be there. It's like the fact that they're interacting, having fun with it, whereas, people, have no time of day for the supposed respected journalists that have been covering this business for so many years, because they've turned out to be such cruddy people, and or their information is such crap that the people that gave them credibility even go, oh, sorry.
I mean, think about it. WrestleMania week, Sean Ross Sapp and Denise Salcedo were both working a GCW show.
Yeah. And
Sean was in the clusterfuck.
I was gonna say it turned into a thing where they've ran with this since April about Denise striking Sean in the crotch. Yeah. It's like it's this running gag now on social media, and it's funnier. It's great to watch. It's so fun.
And it's funny because a lot of those people don't talk about anything else from the clusterfuck. They talk about the Denise and Sean spot,
which is great. I'm here for it. I really am. Such amazing, and again, it's just one of those things. Sean, again, it's I don't understand that. It's like he freaking went out of his way to go on with Adam and just scream to the heavens, Greg Cherry for Quizlemania, until it happened, and it happened, and a lot of that was because Sean was out there saying it. So I forever applaud him. I really will.
Are you talking about
Greg Cherry for Quizlemania? Greg Cherry for Quizlemania. Greg Cherry for Quizlemania. Hashtag Greg Cherry for Quizlemania.
When you say,
I don't have to play the whole thing, but
no.
I think the point comes across.
Pippa Triumphs remembers. Jesus. But yeah, and Denise, I remember meeting Denise when I went out to meet up with Sean Waltman out there at the AfterBuzz Studios in North Hollywood. So she has climbed that ladder and grabbed that proverbial brass ring and just gone down the track with it. So
she's worked GCW, she's worked Ring of Honor, she's appeared on WWE broadcasts.
I was gonna say she's been on WWE pay-per-view watch along. She was on one of the Evil documentaries. Like Jesus.
Yeah.
The one about Stephanie, actually, about Sasha, rather. So, hell.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. I popped when I saw Denise. I was like, Denise is on the show talking about Sasha.
I was going to say, Denise is talking about Sasha. Somewhere Greg's going, yep, that's right.
I mean, I don't have that level of recognition yet. Maybe one day, but...
Well, it's...
But Denise busts her ass. Let's be honest. Denise... Denise is like job. A machine that doesn't stop. Like she works so damn hard for everything. Let's give credit where it's due. Was I bummed I wasn't on her Quizlemania? Yeah, but it is what it is, and she did a great job. It was chaotic if you didn't watch it.
Yes.
But hey, it is what it is.
She puts her schedule. Her and Kate put their schedules at the beginning of every week on social media. I just go, I don't deserve to bitch. I just don't. It's like they're always doing something.
Yeah. That's why I tried to get Denise for a show like 6 months down the road, and she's still booked out. It's like,
Yeah. My hope is with everybody converging here in April, I can run into people and be like, hey, how are you? Take a stupid selfie and just move on. Because they're going to be too busy to do anything else. I really. So.
Yeah. All right, let's get into some weird laws. We're still taking... What's up?
I did not see this. That's disappointing. Oh, released. Okay. I didn't read the whole thing. Always read the whole thing. Don't be a dude about things and read every part of the directions.
Boy, is that going to screw up trivia challenge.
Right? Jesus. According to
WWE Music.
According to hang on.
According to Amazon Music.
That's right. According to my memory banks. Why
would they do that, though? That makes no sense. Unless it's like a deal with CFOs that they're taking all their music down.
Maybe. Could be. I'll have to actually check out Spotify because that guts a lot of my playlists. I'll tell you that right now.
I wonder how much it hit my Amazon Music.
Right? Well, if it's on Spotify, Amazon won't be affected in theory. So, Anyway, weird laws. Let's see. We should be at least in Nebraska at this point.
No, we're still in the end.
All right. The origin state of the Williams family, JJ's family. It's dad's side anyway.
It is the Show Me State of Missouri. And let's see what they want to show us, if anything.
Government craziness, anyway.
In Missouri, single men between the ages of 21 and 50 must pay an annual tax of $1.
Not sure why, but okay. Dollar's dollar, whatever.
I mean, I wonder. It was enacted in 1820, so I can only imagine what the inflation of that would be. Let me
I was
see.
gonna say, go ahead and bring the next law up. I can look it up. I guess you were doing that, so it's okay.
Value of $1 in 1820. Oh, so today it would be almost $25.
Oh, geez, wow. So if I lived in Missouri, if it was still a thing, is it still active law, or do we know that?
I don't know if it's still active, but that sucks. I mean, not for me. It doesn't matter for me. This would. It is illegal to have oral sex.
Good night, everybody. That's it. I'm out of here.
Why is that a law in so many states? What's wrong with it?
Seriously,
it's fun.
I want to. For the first time, he gets me flustered on the sex comments. I love it. There it is. I wonder if that law was written post 1998 or 1997. Just curious.
Well, if you're holding public office, it should be.
Well, okay. Read the law again.
It is illegal to have oral sex.
Why does it have to be? Why can't a politician get some too? Now, in his desk in the office, that's a little much, and I'll grant you that.
At work should be an issue, but like just a sweeping declaration that it's all illegal.
That's wrong.
It is not illegal to speed. So you can drive 100 miles an hour down the road,
but you can't get a blowjob. What the?
But you can't get roadhead while you're doing it.
What? Yeah. Greg is feisty today.
And while it's not illegal to speed, you need a permit to shave while driving. I will say this. If you're shaving while driving, you need to loosen up your schedule.
Right? Yeah.
I don't care. Like, I'll be a couple minutes late to work. Of course, that doesn't affect me. I work here. But like, why? I have never felt the need to shave while driving. Maybe it's just me. Like maybe like trimmers or something. Sure, but then like the hair's all over the shirt and everything. It's like it seems inconvenient.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you can shave while you're driving, not only should you have to have a permit, you should get a medal for not hacking your face off. Curtis is saying this is a lie and he can prove it. I didn't want to. Well, which one? Because if you're going to disprove the second one, we can't air that on YouTube.
In St. Louis, Missouri, it's illegal to sit on the curb of any city street and drink beer from a bucket.
That's a lot involved in that phrasing. And again, how many times?
I mean, like, were you kicked out of a sports bar or something?
Right?
Because I'm sure there's some of those in St. Louis.
Oh, it has to be. Just a few.
Especially during baseball season.
Right? Well, if you're in St. Louis as a baseball fan during baseball season, you're already sad to begin with.
I should ask Share Delaware about that.
There you go.
Also in St. Louis, it is illegal for an on-duty firefighter to rescue a woman wearing a nightgown. In order to be rescued, a woman must be fully dressed.
That's messed up.
So you're telling me if a woman isn't fully dressed, you're going to let her burn alive?
Apparently in that particular part of Missouri, yeah. That's awful.
And Curtis said the lie was about speeding.
Oh, okay. That much I can believe you can prove, Curtis, rather easily.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Let's see. In Kansas City, well, this explains it. Minors are not allowed to purchase cat pistols. However, they may buy shotguns freely.
Jeez. All right, then.
And you wonder why we have the problems we do.
I was gonna say.
Um,
Oh boy.
In University City, Missouri, 4 women may not rent an apartment together.
Now that's just asking for not having quality content to peruse on the internet. Damn it. And we're back in the roles we should be in. There we go. Very good. Thank you very much. And now
We're leaving that one alone.
as you should. As you should.
You cannot, in Columbia, Missouri, you cannot have an antenna exposed outside of your house, yet you can have a 25-foot satellite dish.
Okay.
That's a massive ass satellite dish.
That is a gigantic. You should be able to freaking get TV programs from Mars at that point.
Yeah.
With 25 inches.
Who needs a VPN? You just get a 25-foot satellite dish. You can get programs from all over the world.
Seriously. That's right. We will know exactly what kind of online content they're watching on Uranus. Anyway, keep on going. 2 in a row. Don't mess with my gimmick, Greg. I'm going to hell. That's okay.
In Purdy, Missouri, dancing is strictly prohibited.
What? Okay. All right. This state's
Is
pissing me off now.
Is this the Footloose town?
Very likely. Would explain a great many things. Can't dance in one city. Can't get head across the state. What the hell kind of bass-ackwards place is this?
Yeah. And finally, in, I don't know if it's Mole or Mole, Missouri.
Probably Mole.
Probably. Frightening a baby is in violation of the law.
As it should be. That's not cool to scare a kid. Baby.
Well, that means Chuck Taylor can't go there.
Well,
If
true.
you know, you know.
If you do know, you know. That's right. If you don't know, use YouTube or something other than looking up free ways to get porn, people. Be more knowledgeable, damn it.
All right, we're going to the Q&A.
I love the Q&A question from Brett.
Go
Because
ahead.
I didn't even have to look. I know off the top of my head.
I know
Go
off the top of my head, too.
All
It's
right.
gender.
Yes, Jinder Mahal. They made a very big point about that.
50th reign, I would really have to think about. But it's probably 50th reign would probably have to be somebody in the 90s or 2000s, I'd have to guess.
I know it was before Chris Jericho was NXT champion because when he was walking down the aisle, they talked about him becoming the 54th WWF champion.
Okay.
So it's definitely
So work backwards from there. So Austin had had it.
Angle
Had
Austin,
it. Austin. Rock had it. Angle was in his first reign, so Angle would have been 53rd. Rock, Triple H.
No. Jericho was 54th, period. So go back. It's Austin, then Angle before him, then Austin before him.
Then Rock.
The Rock.
So
The Rock's victory at No Way Out was number 50
Gotcha.
overall throughout the history.
I was thinking too hard. I was
Yes,
thinking of
overthinking it because you were combining the questions. What you were doing.
Yeah, I was combining the questions. I wasn't.
Yes, it was indeed Jinder Mahal. It was a big friggin' deal. And yes, we all do. We all laugh at
Well,
that.
it's just like the Miz made a big deal about how he was the 40th.
Yeah. And you know what? As much shit as Miz got prior to becoming the superstar he is, he can brag about whatever he wants, whatever the hell he wants to at this point.
Yeah.
Because Mike ate plates and plates of shit for years.
So since Jinder's 50, let me just run down to see. Kofi would have been 51.
Yes.
Kofi lost it to Brock. Brock lost it to Drew. Drew would have been 52. Orton, Drew, Miz, Lashley would have been 53. Big E would have been 54. And Lesnar,
He's
Reigns. Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's only been 54 WWE
Different
champions.
people, not counting the phantom reigns of Antonio Inoki, which, whatever. Not counting DiBiase, which still should be counted, damn it. I still say that.
Well, if you include DiBiase, then that throws off Jinder being the 50th.
Right. That
Because
would make
then
the
that-
50th.
Would be Bray.
I'm all right with that. Because, again, when Bray was... Okay, Bray's first reign kind of
Which
was
that
what it
would've-
was.
Well, that was his only WWE title reign
Also true.
because he was Universal Champion twice.
Yeah, I'd rather have Bray be Bray be the milestone than Jinder, honestly. Because it's funny, if people go back and talk about Antonio, it's like the way that thing went with Japan with Inoki, like he didn't. If I remember right, I'll have to go back and look at it again. It's been a long time since I did the research on the title, but I think he won the match by some sort of chicanery, which is why he immediately gave it back, and it was instead declared held up, vacant, whatever. So they had a rematch. There was more shenanigans. They finally just said, here, just take it back to the States. And then the other one that's always been a phantom reign was, I still know what happened because I wasn't alive. I wasn't a fan then. Backlund had a match with Valentine. And Backlund pinned Valentine, and the referee raised Greg's hand. It was like, what the shit? And then
It's like the Team 3D and AMW finish.
yeah, and then it gets even better than that. So rather than have the rematch to declare, to settle the vacancy or whatever, it ends up being Backlund versus Bobby Duncombe Sr. in Texas Death Match to fill the vacancy.
All right.
Because Valentine had apparently gone back to the Crockett's at that point.
All right, so let's think about this. If DiBiase's reign alone would have been included, the 50th champion would have been Bray.
Right. And I only count that one as I think it's legitimate because The
'Cause he
Rock
defended it
Intercontinental Champion the same way, and Vince is okay with it.
If you count DiBiase and Inoki, the 50th champion would have been AJ Styles.
Also not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Who's the first timer before AJ?
Ambrose.
Also not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like, any of those are better than Jinder. I feel bad for coming down on Jinder so hard. Ginger, wow. Don't mind me. I'm exhausted. Coming down on Jinder so
that's
hard.
you.
Yeah, right, yeah. But it's just like, as far as the standing with the people, he's definitely bottom of that 4-person group we just named off. So, but again, like I said, I will fight until I cannot fight, fights no more about DiBiase, strictly because of the Austin Rock Intercontinental switch in 97. Like, it was the exact same thing.
Well, weren't they supposed to have a match, though, and Austin just gave it to him?
Yes,
So
but...
that was more of a forfeit. There was no, official match between
well, okay.
Andre
So,
and Ted.
no, but it was not only allowed, it was encouraged by management because Vince told Austin, if you don't defend it, you're going to forfeit. Austin went, okay. So management encouraged him to hand the belt over. And not only that, my logic behind that was The Rock went on to defend that championship for how long? Till what? SummerSlam the following year? With defenses along the way. So my whole argument on Facebook years ago was he was handed the title, recognizes the title, and champion, and defended it. DiBiase was handed the title, recognized as champion by a ring announcer at shows along the way, and defended it against Bam Bam Bigelow on the show. So if a guy's allowed to defend, and then Jack Tunney and his infinite, nope, didn't happen, didn't see it. It's like, dude, come on. I get it's The Rock, I get it's Dwayne, and we all love Dwayne and whatever, but DiBiase, damn it, he should be recognized champion. And you should go to $1,000,000man.com and sign the petition. That's what you should do.
There you go.
DiBiase's neck injury, again, that was in 93, not 88. So,
yeah. What is my Forbidden Door fantasy booking lineup? I'm going to tell you right now, my New Japan knowledge is not that great, so I don't think I would be able to book that properly.
Yeah.
Zack Sabre Jr. and Bryan Danielson is one that I would like to book. It may happen still.
How Bryan is. Yeah.
But I'm not one to speak on what matches I would book. I'd be very surprised, honestly, besides the interim AEW championship, if any titles change hands on the show. I would be very surprised.
Well, they did book Tony versus Thunder Rosa, and that's not AEW versus New Japan, so I wouldn't be surprised if they put the belt on Tony either.
I don't think they'll take the title off of Thunder Rosa unless they don't really believe in her.
Which we know they do at this point. So.
I mean, I guess I should take that back because the tag team championship match, which I think is for like 2 or 3 different sets of titles,
right? Yeah.
FTR and
Bucks.
Are the Bucks in that match too?
I think so.
So it's FTR, the Bucks, and Jeff Cobb and Great O'Khan. So,
right, because they're the New Japan champions, yeah.
Yeah, so if it's for all 3 titles, then I guess you kind of have to have new champions there.
Right.
It's just who you put the belts on.
Right.
Which, honestly, I'd put them on FTR. Just because.
At this stage of the game, yeah, I think, though, that is going to be...
It'll do them more favors than it will the Bucks.
Yeah, and it's funny, people were mad at me for being happy with the Bucks when it's like, man, you forget how far back I go with those guys.
and also... You know, the Christian Cage heel turn needed to happen.
Yes. Seriously.
I wasn't sure which one it was going to be. Christian makes sense.
Yeah.
But being a Jungle Boy heel turn would have been very interesting.
Well, but there's no reason for Jack and Luchasaurus to turn on each other just yet. There's every good reason for Christian to be the freaking fly in the ointment.
Well, I didn't say that Luchasaurus had to turn either.
No.
But if it was Jungle Boy being pissed at Christian, because Christian was the one who set up the match to begin with.
Right. Okay, so it's 3 teams, not 3 titles.
Oh, it's Roppongi Vice, I think, is the third
Yeah,
team.
it's Roppongi Vice, FTR, and United Empire. I apologize to the Bucks for lumping them in.
So it's still the Ring of Honor and New Japan titles. The AEW tag team titles have nothing to do with it.
No, not yet anyway. Then you got Rosa versus Tony. You've got Will Ospreay and Orange Cassidy, which people are going, what? Trust me, y'all. You're going to enjoy that.
That one might be like a sleeper match, honestly.
Yes. This one is going to be ridiculous. Les Sex Gods, Jericho and Sammy, which I love Chris Jericho and his willingness to put up with bullshit. I really am. I love him to death. Yeah. And Minoru Suzuki, who's just certifiably insane, against Kingston, Yuta, and Shota Unimo. Good, but that's going to be a 6-man cluster for sure.
Yeah.
And then you've got Pac. I always want to call him Pac because that's what he was called before. Miro, Tomohiro Ishii, and then either Malachi Black or Penta for the All-Atlantic. Penta works for the company that is beefing with New Japan, so it'll be Malachi Black, for the record.
Yeah. I don't understand that. Like,
I don't either.
What is Triple A's beef?
Well, I got nothing. I got no, horse in the race either way. But if you're working with a company that is not going to be involved with the show, why book a talent that can't work that show? Yeah. That just tells your fans, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah,
that's people not paying attention to details.
And also, Jay White's supposed to get his opponent for Forbidden Door.
Yeah, Jay White.
Whether that ends up being Hangman Page or Adam Cole or both or somebody else, I guess we'll find out tonight.
Yeah, and then, of course, Moxley Tanahashi for the interim championship like you talked about. So, yeah, JJ is here. Again, JJ's been working all day, so God bless him for showing up and all. I appreciate you coming in at the last minute, brother. We're getting ready we're talking about Forbidden Door, so I was going to go ahead and get into the promotion for the weekend, if I can just, there we go. Boop.
All right.
So, JJ had the idea, I went on freaking here to put this up there first, so I'll go ahead and talk about the pay-per-view itself first before I get into what I was actually going to talk about. So, of course, we're going to be on Sunday, beginning at 6:30 Eastern with our coverage. It'll be across the proverbial Meacham multiverse. It'll be on the network. It'll be on Halcyon Studios. It'll be on probably Noah's channel, probably James's channel. I'm not sure who all is going to cover it. I know James is working on an intro for us, which I greatly appreciate. For the record, he did a great job with our Money in the Bank intro. He did, not Money in the Bank. That was the last show we did. Impact. It's anniversary, and he did a really great job with the really great job with Double or Nothing. So I'm looking forward to what he has in store for us this weekend. But Friday, per the request of JJ, the four of us, JJ, myself, Noah Foster, and James Hebert, are going to be do our own fantasy booking of Sunday's show, while also including WWE and Impact Wrestling in the potential talent pool. So that'll be after Rampage live, because Rampage itself is not live. So Aaron will be done with his SmackDown recap by then. So we'll have a clear shot across the board to promote. But JJ is busy between now. He's got his reviews of Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat Annihilation are live as of Monday and this afternoon, just before we went on the air, actually. Tomorrow he has his coverage of Part 5, which was not yesterday's show or today's show, but the penultimate episode will be on. And then he finishes off his month of reviewing Who's the Only One sequel with Kick-Ass 2 on Friday and Monday, and then his double feature on Wednesday, Top Gun at 3 p.m. Pacific and Maverick at 3:30 Pacific. Over the weekend, he's reviewing Hustle, which is a Netflix movie starring Adam Sandler, and then The War Zone on Sunday, right before we go on the air with Forbidden Door coverage. JJ also, since his graphics on there, he is requesting to be on August's Jack of All Trades.
Well, let me tell you this. JJ, we have added that as a spot to the wheel to ensure it's more like a guaranteed spot. Because I haven't even started planning for August yet. Yeah. I still have to get through tomorrow's episode and also July's episode.
Yes.
So if you want to ensure your spot, get a spin of the wheel, get people to donate, and then you can get one for free on July 7th.
There you go.
Well, you can probably get more than one for free, honestly.
Right,
we'll
seriously.
Probably be cycling through people getting spins.
Keep on going.
So if you want to make it happen, get people to donate to the show. They really could do it. They really could donate to the link anytime they want. But I have Jack of All Trades tomorrow and the Greg Cherry Show next week to make it happen. We only need $90. We need $90 to make the goal happen. That's it.
Yep. And Jay, before you came in, I actually brought up the Forbidden Door because one of our other guests asked. Greg's New Japan knowledge is more limited than yours or mine, so he respectfully declined the offer.
Yeah, I would be of no help, honestly.
Yeah, but we do.
If you could get Tempest or somebody like that on,
yes,
that would probably
Tempest, Michael Jargo from No DQ. There's a lot of people we could enlist, but then we'd be there until Sunday booking the show. So. We need to sleep at some point between Friday and Sunday, which doesn't happen last night. Thanks to these damn thunderstorms out here.
But Dynamite is about to start.
Oh, it is? Okay, cool.
Yes. So
I was going to do my whole friggin' self-promotion gag, but we'll go ahead and leave that up there and say that. And then tomorrow, there you go.
Jack of All Trades is back. Yes.
Woo!
Alex McCarthy, Jeff Meacham, Sati Nyongi, Matty Laws, before them vying for the Jack of All Trades Championship. Will Matty Laws have his third successful defense? Or will the rain come crumbling down at the hands of either Jeff Meacham, Alex McCarthy, or Sati Nyongi? We will find that out tomorrow, 5 o'clock Eastern, going live on the Greg Cherry brand, exclusively on the Greg Cherry brand. It's not on the Jeff Meacham Network. Not on No DQ. It's not anywhere else on the internet, but the Greg Cherry brand YouTube channel. It's the only place you'll find it. Thank you very much for joining us. We're so close to that goal. $90 is doable in a week.
Totally do.
I think we can do it. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. If you want the Spintacular to happen, we got to get it done. We got to get that $90. Until then, for Jeff Meacham, I'm Greg Cherry. We'll see you next week for the Greg Cherry Show, and we'll see you tomorrow for Jack of All Trades. Have a good night, everybody. Enjoy Dynamite.